Welcome everyone to Running the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. I am your host, Rusty Cables, reviewing All Elite Wrestling Dynamite for June 18th, 2021. Friday Night Dynamite. This is the last one of them. We start off the show tonight with Jake Hager versus Wardlow in an MMA rules match. This is actually pretty cool. A little slow to start with, but halfway through the first 5 minute round, they started picking things up. Made a really, really fun to watch show. A lot of hard fought battling going back and forth between Wardlow and Hager. Hager started to dominate for a little while. Wardlow took over. They both looked fantastic. First 5 minutes comes up. No decisive winner. Break comes up. 45-second break. Look forward to that second. That went by quick. It was almost over before you could even hardly see anything that happened. Yeah, it breaks up. The bell rings. They go back in for round two. Round two, Wardlow and Hager, they tippy-toe around just a little bit, and all of a sudden the hard hitting, the punching, absolutely good show. Hager pins Wardlow 2.5 minutes into round two and they're not pins, excuse me, there's no pinfall. Puts Wardlow out, getting Hager the victory. The Inner Circle wins yet again. My numbers say that is three for the Inner Circle, and three for the Inner Circle. Good for them. Next comes out a backstage segment, an interview segment with Taz, and he's out with Ricky Starks and Powerhouse Hobbs, and of course Little Taz, Hook, cutting a promo, challenging Adam Hangman Page to accept the match against Will Hobbs for next week's Saturday Dynamite. That ought to be a good match. That ought to be a good match. We'll talk about that a little bit further down the road. But that's the end of that promo section. Only lasted about a minute and a half. And then after a commercial break, they came right into match number 2 of the night. Match number 2 was a handicap match. Darby Allin went against Scorpio Sky and All Ego Ethan Page. Yes, 2-on-1 handicap match. Heels versus Darby. Wow. I'm telling you what, that little man, he doesn't give up. He is a fighting spirit from hell. Sorry about that. I had a little interruption come in there. Yeah, Wardlow. Wardlow. There as well as I can speak, right? Darby Allin against Scorpio Sky and All Ego Ethan Page. Got to give Page and Sky credit for tagging. They were in and out of the ring back and every few seconds. Tag out, tag out, tag out. Darby took himself a ass kicking. Big time, got his tail kicked. Got a few awesome moves in, a couple of hot spills. Thought for sure Darby had a win there once or twice. At the end of the night, it ended up being another win for Scorpio Sky and Ethan Page and a loss for Darby. He looked good in the match. It doesn't matter if he wins or loses when he looks good like this. And Sky and Allin, well, that's all. Sky and Page, all I have to say about them, they're good heels. We'll see how long they last. Match number 3, Orange Cassidy versus Cesar Bononi. Wow, that's a oddball pairing, isn't it? OC, one of my favorite wrestlers, going against a much larger opponent, which seems to be where he does his best work. Bononi came out strong, looked really good in this match to start the thing off. He jumped Cassidy a little bit and got some advantage on him. Even punked out Cassidy about stuffing his hands in his pants and then stuffing Cassidy's hands in Cassidy's pants and then throwing him out of the ring. Anyway, it works. I'm going to have a little interruption there. I'm sorry about that again. Orange Cassidy does not have a lot of a chance to win this. It's 2-on-1. He does look like he's gonna. No, it's 1-on-1. Excuse me. Although it seems like everybody outside the ring that came out with Benoni, Avalon, and all them other clowns, they all took their turns and did their stuff and kept spritzing him with water and got him with sun or spray tan. And Benoni gets back in the ring and gets Cassidy back in the ring, and Cesar Benoni ends up eating a loss after a Superman punch to the face. Orange Cassidy wins, pins Cesar Benoni 1-2-3 in the center of the squared circle. And shortly they cut to a backstage segment. Don Callis, Kenny Omega, and Nakazawa come out on a golf cart. And they confront Jungle Boy, who's supposed to be getting interviewed by Shivani backstage. And here comes Callis and them clowns out on the golf cart, cutting the promo against Jungle Boy. And it's a good promo. I'll tell you this much, just it's Omega. You know he's a good promo. Jungle Boy, he don't speak a whole lot. He lets his fists speak more than his words. So that's a good promo in my eyes, too. Omega gives Jungle Boy a few seconds to try and create something for a reply, and then he offers him a free punch. You only get this once. I'm not going to offer it again. After this, it goes away. Well, it ends up being the first punch got thrown by Jungle Boy was going to throw it, and then all of a sudden Nakazawa cracked him in the back with his laptop, kind of screwing everything up. Gets to be a battle, a brawl, and Omega and Jungle Boy next Saturday. That ought to be one hell of a match. I'm looking forward to it. After this promo section in here, we have another promo with Matt Hardy cutting a promo against Christian Cage. Christian comes out, and Hardy and HFO lock him in a cage section. Christian Cage locked in a cage, and he's telling Hardy to let him out. He's like, I'm not going to do that. He's looking forward to meeting him, and if he doesn't lay off, he should just retire, and if he doesn't, he's going to put him out. I don't see that happening, but it's Matt Hardy. Shortly after the commercials, match number 4, Cody Rhodes and Brock Anderson. Yes, you heard that right, Brock Anderson, AAA's son, will go up against QT Marshall and Aaron Solo. Another good match. Cody looked like Cody. He gave Brock a lot of time in the ring. He got his ass kicked. He got dished some back. Brock Anderson looked absolutely fantastic in his debut match. If he keeps this up, he is going to definitely be something in just a short time. I can't say enough good words about the kid. He is talented, knows what he's doing. He's in there with Cody, for God's sake. QT, an experienced veteran. Aaron Solo, not as experienced, but very much experienced as far as AEW is concerned. But it ends up being that Solo eats the pinfall from Brock Anderson. Yes, a lot of celebrating goes on outside the ring. AA is just absolutely loving the idea his son got the pin. That was awesome. Good luck for Brock Anderson. Love to see that. Cody stands on the outside. He didn't do the pinfall. He did the deed, and he let Brock take the pin. Good for him. After yet another commercial, Andrade El Idolo came out with his interview with JR. I enjoyed that. I really enjoyed that. Short, sweet, 3.5 minute long. Andrade's English has gotten much better. They did put subtitles up there so you could read what was being said if you didn't understand him. I understood him pretty well. I mean, He's much better than he was back in the E, and now he's getting time, and he is actually saying he wants to challenge and deserves to challenge for the TNT title and the AEW heavyweight title. I don't know how much I agree with the AEW title, but yeah, I could see him challenging for the TNT title going up against Miro. Heel versus heel dynamic works in AEW, unlike the other companies. The heel versus heel dynamic in AEW has worked out fine for what I've seen of it. Let's wait and see where this goes. I think Andrade is going to be a huge get for AEW. Now we come up to the next match, match number 5 of the night. Penelope Ford versus Julia Hart. I did not take notes on this one. I really did not. Wasn't any notes to really take. Julia Hart looked good. Penelope Ford, whatever the fuck you want to call that shit she did with her hair, I don't care for it, but that's just my personal opinion on it. I'm sure some of you guys thought that was hot. I don't like it at all. Julia Hart, very green yet, has a long way to go before she should be considered a pro wrestler. And Penelope, she's coming along. She's getting better. After the match, oh, by the way, Penelope Ford wins. She did pin Julia Hart after about a 6-7 minute match. Miro comes out. A lot of bullshit happens. I didn't even write down notes on that. Way too much bullshit happening. This little segment, the Penelope Ford match, that was the low light match of the night for me. The low point of the night, absolutely. Yeah, I wasn't looking forward to it when I heard about it. I wasn't looking forward to reviewing it after I watched it. It is what it is. Match number 6 for the night, and the final match was Matt Jackson and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson, going up against Penta, El Zero Miedo, Eddie Kingston, and Kazarian. 6-man tag match. Man, I did not take notes on that. You guys want to know about that? You actually should watch that. Way too much action, way too many things to take notes on. I mean, my God, it scrambled my brain just to watch it. It was good, very entertaining. Not the best match of the night, but definitely in the top 2. I enjoyed it. It was about 12-15 minutes. It did good job. It did the job. It did what it had to do to find a winner. Ended up being that Gallows and Anderson and Matt Jackson win. But anyways, yeah, it is what it is. I just have nothing to say about that match. If you want to know more about it, that one, you have to watch it. I can't even be an honest, good reviewer about that. I did not take the notes. Okay, I apologize for that. But we have coming up next week's show. Next week is not on Friday. Next week is Saturday. I believe that would be the 25th. I apologize for that. It's the 26th. June 26th, 2021. Saturday. 7 o'clock Central Time. 8 o'clock Eastern. AEW Dynamite. Absolutely loaded card coming up for next week. That is a must-see show. Awesome stuff. Just tons and tons of awesome stuff. That is a 2-hour show that's going to be must-see, I think. I can't miss it. I got to watch this. I would want to watch even if I wasn't doing the reviews. I love the show. Tonight, I'd grade this one about a middle of the road or upper middle of the road for a Dynamite. Middle of the road being a 3 match, a 3 out of 5 match, or 3 out of 5 night. This is about a 3 0.5. It's not a 4. It's not their best show. It was a damn good wrestling show, albeit for one match. But 5 out of 6? Hey, beggars can't be choosers, and if you think about it, look what the E's been giving us for the last 15 years. Probably pushing closer to 20. You know, I mean, I would be doing Raw reviews and SmackDown. You know, they got their Hell of a Cell pay-per-view coming up on Sunday, and they killed that show. They took one of the main events. They took one of the Hell in a Cell matches and did that on tonight's SmackDown. Roman Reigns versus Rey Mysterio. No brainer. You knew Roman wasn't going to lose this one, right? On a Friday night SmackDown, Roman looked like he was going to get his ass beat a couple times by the little guy. But all in all, Roman killed him. He just absolutely eviscerated Rey Mysterio. And that's literally the only thing I have to talk about for SmackDown. And Monday Night Raw, no review tonight. None at all. News coming out of Impact this week. You've probably seen, if you guys seen the pay-per-view last weekend from Impact, you know that Don Callis fired Sami Callihan. Well, last night's Impact, we got to see that Callihan is no longer fired. He's brought back into the company. And the one that got fired was Don Callis. Don Callis is no longer a part of Impact Wrestling. He was officially fired on TV last night. He still works with Gallows and Anderson and the Bucks and Omega. And TK came on and said right out, as long as Omega's in AEW, champion or not, Don Callis will be there with Omega. I don't know what I think of that. I mean, yes, he's a good talker. Yes, he's a good heel. But I don't like Don Callis. And I don't like this Kenny Omega. It's not the cleaner. It's not who I knew from New Japan. I just don't care for this Omega. And this version of the Young Bucks, they're heels. So, I know this is kind of a crap way to review a show, but honestly, I don't care about it. I don't care about Raw. I don't care about SmackDown. And NXT this week was good. I was not home for it. I'm gone during the week driving truck, so of course my reviews have to be on Friday nights or Saturday. I record these on Friday night. I put them out for Saturday morning. Okay? So I do what I can to make you guys at least some kind of view. I'm trying to get better. You can drop me comments. Give me suggestions. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to review other things? Do you want me to do a longer, more in-depth review of Dynamite? Or SmackDown, or Raw, or Impact? Right now, I don't have access to anything New Japan that would be current. So, obviously, that's off the books. But from here on out, I will at least give you a Dynamite review every week, because that's the one show that seems to always get my attention and give me a little hope for the next week. Has me coming back week after week, looking forward to another week of pro wrestling. Alright, you guys, this is the end of my review for tonight. I know this is short and concise and really compact, but I'm trying, and I will, honestly, I keep telling you this, I'm green. I will get better at this as time goes on. I'm already getting more confidence, and be sure, if you want to, either like, share these videos, dislike them if you want, thumbs up, thumbs down, that's up to you. Subscribe, that would be great. Subscribers are nice. And if you do subscribe, be sure you turn on the bell for notifications so you know when my videos upload. I will do my best every week on getting better and doing a more fulfilling and entertaining show for you. I'm looking forward to this for many, many years to come. And I'll just say it this way: you have a good night and God bless. Thank you.